Latest on Cyclone Fani, which continues to progress towards India as a tropical storm with winds of 50 miles per hour at present and 998 millibars in pressure. That's around 80 kilometers per hour at this time. That's sustained winds at 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time this April 29th. The CDPS scale shows that there is a high risk from this storm. It's a stage 7, which means catastrophic damage is possible, not just from wind speed and the size of the storm, but from rainfall, which could reach 600 millimeters in some parts of eastern India. We're not completely sure exactly where the worst of the rain and wind will be just yet, because the storm is still around 3 or 4 days away from impacting land. Here it is right now, its current location, 10.3 north, 86.5 degrees east, and that puts it 379 miles from Trincomalee and in Sri Lanka, 442 from Jaffna, 461 from Chennai, 552 from Visakhapatnam, and 857 from Kolkata further towards the northeast. Those miles will begin to close in over the next few days. A very small area is highlighted in yellow right now for potential tropical storm conditions in the next 48 hours. It's probably not going to happen. The storm's probably going to veer off a bit further to the north instead of striking that region. Here's a look at what the GFS model is calling for over the next few days, over the course of this week. You can see the storm there slowly progressing initially towards the northwest and then a turn towards the north. So there is that little bit of doubt that the storm could go a little bit further west and strike further south. But at the minute it looks like the storm's going to trend further north and then impact India, probably in Andhra Pradesh, but possibly further north in Odisha, and then skirting the coast, moving up towards the northeast there, and could also deliver a significant storm event to Bangladesh as well. Current temperatures this evening around 29 or 30 degrees out at sea where the storm is. The sea surface temperature is very warm, and even warmer on the continent, temperatures reaching around 48 or 49 degrees Celsius earlier in the east and central eastern India. This is the storm in green there. The green area is showing tropical storm force winds. Any yellows that you'll see there, that's hurricane force winds, and you can see how it moves towards the north after initially moving west according to the GFS model. There are other models too. And then possibly that landfall there as a significant hurricane strength storm. Some models indicating that it could be extremely severe by the time it does make landfall, with winds well into major hurricane territory, over 200 kilometers per hour perhaps. These are the chances of tropical storm force winds in the next 5 days right now. So you're looking at Sri Lanka first of all, very low chances, near nil, 15% at Chennai, 45% at Visakhapatnam, 55% at Cuttack and Kolkata. Those percentage chances will probably rise for those latter three values there. This is what the rest of the models are saying. The grey line is what the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre are going with at the minute. The HWRF is at the top of the field there, calling for a Category 4. Wind shear is going to remain low to moderate. It's not going to be completely low there, 15 to 20 knots. Sea surface temperatures are through the roof. That will be the main indicator of strength as the storm progresses through here. And you can see they're pretty close-knit in terms of the models, but there is still quite a lot of distance separating the landfall locations because of the geography involved. Here's the latest satellite imagery today. You can see how quite broad the system is, pretty much filling up the whole of the Bay of Bengal. The cloudiness is a little bit lower on the northeastern side than the southwestern side by quite some distance actually. Significant convection on the southwestern side, which means the high rainfall totals on that side at the moment. That will probably remain the case as the storm continues further north. So that's something to bear in mind when it makes landfall. But don't forget, the strongest and the largest wind field is on the eastern side, as we saw earlier. We'll have another update for you tomorrow morning. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com. You can also find our YouTube channel. If you're not there already, you may well be. Good chance of that. Subscribe if you haven't. You can also find our Facebook page, search Force 13 all in text, and our Twitter handle, it's @Force13 on there. You can also help the project become even better by becoming a patron. You can see more information about all the benefits involved by visiting patreon.com/Force13. You can also contact me on Discord. It's Fool13 at extension 9094 and Force13 on Skype. You can also find our server link to our Discord server for tropical weather chat in our description.